Dave Revson, pleased to be joined by BTN.com's Tom Dienhart after watching Michigan go through its practice today. As always, Tom sharing three big impressions with us. What stood out to you?
There are a lot of good things out on the practice field today, Dave. I was watching the offensive line in particular. Got a chance to talk to Tim Drevno afterward. Of course, he says he likes competition, wants the five best guys to play. But in my mind, the left side of the line looks more settled than the right. Mason Cole, Ben Britterson, they're good tackles and guards on that left side. In the center, Patrick Kugler is awfully good too. Again, the right side's a little bit in flux. Juwan Bushell-Beatty, I think, has a chance, number 76, to maybe solidify that right tackle spot for Michigan.
Yeah, and you mentioned spots up in the air. I mean, that's a theme throughout this team, a lot of spots up in the air, no doubt.
And another quick thing about this lineup, there's a big onus in the three losses last year, Dave, to Iowa, Ohio State, and Florida State. Michigan averaged less than 3 yards per carry.
Yeah, the run game was an issue. It abandoned them in each one of those. So offensive line's an issue you're focused on. Where else?
The wide receiving core, I don't think any school in the Big Ten, maybe in the country, lost more firepower. When you're looking at Jehu Chesson, Amara Darboh, and Jake Butt, all gone from Michigan. A lot of big voids to fill there. Eddie McDoom's a little guy, good on the jet sweeps. I like him. Kyoko Crawford as well. Of course, getting Grant Perry back, Dave, a big boon to that wide receiving core too. And I also love the walk-on kid, Grant Shanley. I think he has a chance to maybe be a real fan favorite this year.
And, of course, a lot of hype around Donovan Peoples-Jones. We understood why today, watching him and Tariq Black as well. What's the final thing that stood out?
You know, the defensive line. And this year, I think Rashawn Gary, we saw glimpses last year as a true freshman of how special he could be, number 3 off the edge. Maybe he's the guy who develops into the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year. But, Dave, the two guys that excite me the most are the two tackles inside. Brian Monet's a big body guy on the nose, and Maurice Hurst as well. Dave, I think this may be the best defensive tackle tandem in the Big Ten, and the defensive line's probably going to have to be the strength of this Michigan defense as it retools.
Yeah, no doubt about that. I mean, the secondary to me is the biggest question mark, and if you can get pressure up front, that helps a lot on that back end. Tom Dienhart, BTN.com senior writer, joining us throughout the tour with his three big observations. We're headed to Michigan State next.